Hello everyone, my name is Val and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will show you my new PPT lesson, Body Parts. In this lesson, students learn a few body parts, understand the difference between the demonstrative pronouns, this and these, and practice simple dialogue. As you can probably guess from the description, this lesson is designed for grade 1 students, the little fellows. This PPT lesson is available for sale in my store on Teachers Pay Teachers. To download it, please follow the link above or click on the link in the description below the video.
Let's take a good look at this PowerPoint lesson. So the first thing you want to do is to split your class into two teams. In my case, it's boys versus girls, but you can divide your class into 2, 3, or 4 teams. It can be Team Banana, Team Apple, Team Dinosaur, I don't know, Team Ice Cream, whatever you want, whatever works in your class. Because, you know, each class is different, each class size is different, so it's impossible to give like a ready-to-use recipe. I have 2 sets of rules here. The first set is for strong students. This is where you ask your students, of course you have to pre-teach that. What is rule number 1? And the whole class needs to say, rule number 1 is clear your desk. You ask, what is rule number 2? The whole class replies, rule number 2 is be quiet. And so on. There are 5 rules designed for strong class, for strong students. This is the second set of rules. It's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. They're very simple and they are great for younger students. So here, instead of asking your students to tell you what the rule is, you just tell them 5. And when you say 5, you need to pre-teach the action. They need to put their feet on the floor. So 5 feet on the floor. They don't need to say that. All they need to do is to follow your instructions. They just need to do it. Then you say 4, hands on the desk. Yeah. Next one, 3, eyes on me, eyes on teacher Val. Yeah. 2, listen to me. And 1, be quiet. And you can do this countdown at any point when your class gets a bit rowdy, because it's also great for classroom management. It's actually a very good classroom management technique. So after they have mastered all these actions, all you need to do is to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, making sure that they do the actions, and by the end you get to number 1, be quiet. You're gonna have a quiet class. Not for long, but it works. It's better than nothing. So if you teach young students, I recommend that you use this set of rules. Now the next slide is warm-up. I think it's really important to have a warm-up activity. I didn't include a warm-up activity in this lesson because I think you can come up with your own. And also on my channel, I have a lot of warm-up. I have a lot of videos dedicated to warm-up activities, so feel free to check them out. I usually teach my students 2 questions. What day is it today? It's extra language, and I think it's also useful if you do it in your class. So today is Monday, and the second question is, what is the date today? And eventually they're gonna learn to say the date. Today is Monday, May the 1st, 2023. There we go. Okay, new words. So here I have 20 slides introducing 20 new words. You do not need to teach them all. And I don't think it's a good idea to teach so many words to your young students. You can choose, I don't know, 6, maybe 7 new words, or maybe 8 depending on the level of your class, and then you can delete the slides you don't need. Also, as you can hear, there's a sentence. This is my hat. Again, I have a sentence for differentiation purposes. If you have strong students in your class, teach it as a sentence. But if you have weak students in your class, just teach the word. So let me show you the words that I have here. So head, hair, nose, mouth, eyes, eyebrows, ears, teeth, neck, chest, belly, arm, hand, thumb, fingers, leg, knee, foot, toes, body. Yeah? So again, I just want to stress it. You don't need to teach all the words. Choose 6, 7, or 8. Because most probably some of your students already know some of the words, so choose the words that work for you. All right, so here's the first exercise. Say the E words. So show this slide to your students. They need to think and say the E words, the words that start with the letter E. You can do it as a whole class activity, or you can do it as pair work. You invite a student from each team and they need to say the E words. Whoever says it first gets a point. Yeah. So in this case, it's eye and ear. Yeah. Next exercise, say the T words. Same thing. And also, you see, it's the same exercise. The words are different, so you can vary the way you do it. So, for example, you can do the first one as a whole class activity. Now you can do it as group work, and the next one you can do as pair work. It's really you can be really creative how you want to do this exercise. So the T words are toes and teeth. Next one, say the F words. Yeah. So in this case, the F words are fingers and food. And finally, say the H words. There are 3 H words here, which are hand, head, and hair. There we go. Next exercise, choose the word. Yeah. So here your students need to take a look at each picture, read the 2 words, and they need to choose the correct word. So here you can do it as pair work. You can invite, for example, a pair of students from each team to the blackboard, and they need to write down the correct word as an option, or just ask them to, shout it out, say it together. Again, up to you. So here we go. Eye, foot, arm, hand, mouth, and hair. This exercise is great because it prepares them for the next exercise, which is a spelling exercise, and this is kind of a lead into that exercise. So next one is spell the word. So here, do it as a group activity. You can leave this slide on your projector or your computer, and your students need to write down the missing words. They need to spell the words correctly, and you can tell them that it's okay to make mistakes, so we learn from our mistakes. It's fine. So, or you can also invite, a pair of students from each team to the blackboard, and you can ask them to do it on the board. together with the whole class. So be creative. And then show them the next slide so they can check their answers. Yeah. Next slide is sentences and questions. Yeah. So here you're gonna teach the difference between this and these two demonstrative pronouns. So let's start with the first one. As a teacher, you can just say, this is my, then show the image, and they need to say what it is. So this is my nose. You say, this is my, the whole class says, hair. This is my head. This is my arm. This is my leg, mouth, belly, foot, and hand. Yeah. And they can see that this is just one object, one thing, one body part. And next one is, these are my toes. So it's plural. Yeah. If we have more than one object, more than one thing, we use these. This is short. These is long. So these are my teeth, these are my fingers, these are my eyes, and these are my ears. So you drill it together with the whole class, so they understand the difference. Yeah. Next, you teach the question, what is this? And the answer, this is my hand. And I have color-coded the word so it's easy for them to follow and understand the difference. This is singular, is singular, right? One object, one body part. And next one, what are these? And the answer would be, these are my eyes. Yeah. And we finish this lesson with a game, a fun game. For this game, you're gonna need dice, actually one die, and this is how you play it. So display this slide on the computer or on the projector, and it's dialogue practice. In this game, your students are going to practice two questions. What is this? And what are these? There are two ways you can play this game. You can invite two students from each team. Then they roll dice, they roll the die. And depending on what they get, they say the sentence. So let's say if they get one, they say, what is this? One student says, what is this? And the other one picks a body part and answers, this is my head, for example. Then they go back to their seats and you invite a pair of students from another team. And also they can get points. Again, this is optional. They can get points depending on the number of dots they roll. So second way of doing it, you can invite just one student from a team, and then this one student rolls the die, and then the whole class asks the student the question. So let's say the student gets 6. Then the whole class asks, what are these? Right? And this student again picks a body part and says, for example, these are my toes. Yeah, then he goes back to the seat, and then you invite the next pair of students. So two options, either two students do a dialogue in front of everybody, or one student answers the question, and in this way the whole class gets to practice questions. Up to you. Or you can vary these options. You know, it's a fun game. Students are gonna love it, especially the young ones. Just make sure you have a big die. You know, like you can buy a couple of huge dice on Amazon, or I think in any toy shop they do sell those huge dice, and yeah, you roll it in the class. You know, it's a lot of fun. Okay, homework assignment. This is completely optional. You can do it as homework, or you can do it in class. It's there because I think the more the better. The more stuff you have in a PowerPoint, the more choice you have in your classroom. So it's here. All right, so your students need to draw a picture. They need a piece of paper and a few colored pencils, or just a pencil. So they need to draw their body and label each body part, you know? So here's an example. This is a good way to check how much they, remember. How many words they can remember. And again, like if you collect all these little posters or worksheets, you can see like what your strong students to know, or what they've learned, what they need to work on. You can check their spelling. So it's a good way to see the progress you made with your students after this class. Okay, voila, this is it. This is the end of the class. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to turn the notifications on. This way you'll never miss a single upload and help your fellow teacher grow his channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.